When you represent your entire region at the World Championships, there's obviously a decent amount of pressure. In some instances, regardless of how strong they looked entering the tournament, teams have heavily underperformed, leaving their fans and at times their entire nation wanting just a little bit more. Here are the 5 most disappointing performances at Worlds. Number 5. Going into the 2015 World Championship, C9 entered as the number 3 seed after a miraculous gauntlet run. Even with their unlikely qualification, C9 wasn't viewed as too much of a threat. That is until they opened the tourney with a 3-0 record through the first week.
They're sieging mid, so they're using triple pressure on all the lanes.
Be careful, here's the jump in, it's a 2-man ult, he catches balls. Sneaky inside, there's a turret alive, though they gotta be careful. A big knockback, and that's the kill into Morgana. Azir goes down as well, but the dunks are coming through. A double kill for balls, a triple kill for balls. Holy cow, they're all gone. Kill for balls, holy cow.
Now with the entire NA fanbase behind them, C9 faltered down the stretch. Needing just one win to move on, Cloud9 dropped every single game, including a tiebreaker, to AHQ. Number 4. G2 dominated their first year in Europe, especially once they added Sven and Mithy to the bot lane. Their strong summer showing secured them EU's top seed at Worlds, and they drew a reasonable group. Sure, they were paired with Korean powerhouse ROX Tigers, but they also had CLG and the unknown wildcard in Alvis Nox. G2 not only underperformed, but they only managed one win during the group stage. Not what you'd hope for from Europe's number 1. Number 3. China's number 1 team in 2015 got to Worlds through an unlikely playoff run that saw them oust EDG and the Chaogu Reapers. Although they drew a tough group, LGD was still favored to come out on top over TSM, Origin, and KT Rolster. They didn't stay favored for long as the opening week saw them drop all 3 games. Even with a week 2 turnaround that saw them knock off TSM and Origin, a 4th loss at the hands of KT was enough to kick LGD out of Worlds. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy Ozone's 2013 roster was one to be feared. Imp and Mata were one of the best bot lanes in the world, and Dade was in discussion for top mid laner alongside Faker. Together, Ozone was primed to meet their Korean rivals SKT in the finals. However, European squads Fnatic and Gambit would be their downfall, as they handed Ozone all 3 of their group stage losses. Then in a tiebreaker against Gambit, Samsung continued to underperform as yet another loss got them booted from the World Championships.
They've got to be careful of the engagement. Catches Voidal!
Voidal scores, Stranglethorns goes down, Crescendo has been used already. Alexic in the background, they've traded support for support. Where is Genja? That is the question. He's backing away. Dandy's doing the best he can to survive, but the inhibitor still stands. Alex and Genja close it out. Now Dade is going to be hit. That's a flash forward from Diamond. They've got him. They've got Dade. They're on to Lupa. Diamond Proc still alive. Hate spikes going down. And I tell you what, Lupa hates Elise right now. He's getting taken out. This has to be the game.
They remain the only Korean team to not escape the group stage. Number 1. Europe's top seed at 2014 Worlds drew a tough group to be sure, but they had several opportunities to get out of it. Alliance started off 0-2 with losses to C9 and Najin White Shield, but in the second week of action, Alliance looked like a different beast. Following a win over Cloud9, Alliance then had a perfect game against Najin. With a W over Kaboom, Alliance would at worst have a tiebreaker to advance out of groups, but that's when the European squad met their demise.
This has been the story. Kaboom has not been pushed off the turrets until they grab it. And the Nexus turret almost about to go down. Alliance has too much on their plate to consider. That's the fight. The control onto left. They are able to take him down. Danagorn very low. Shook. Gonna get hit up to the middle of the fight. They're gonna win. Next turret is almost about to go down.